So in the beginning, it's going to feel tiring, but I promise you that over time, this posture is going to be healing for your body, and you'll never ever want to sit in bad posture again. So now we're going to go through active posture sitting. So remember, standing, you're tractioning your spine. You can also traction your spine while you're sitting at the same time. One of the reasons why people get stuck in low back pain, chronic low back pain, and chronic back issues over years is that they're not addressing their posture enough. And they're allowing themselves to slouch and slump when they're walking and when they're sitting, especially when they're sitting. And you want to make sure that you're not allowing yourself to sit in your couch and that you're not allowing yourself to sit at the back of a chair, because the back of a chair tends to kind of get us into slouching and slumping or leaning off to one side. Maybe you're always like crossing one leg underneath you, and this is setting the pelvis all off. So you want to notice what your habitual patterns are for when you're sitting. And then when you are sitting, you want to sit well and actually let your posture be healing to your body instead of harming to your body. So you're going to have a sturdy chair, and you're going to sit, and you're going to scoot yourself more toward the front of that chair. Now you can see already that I'm already in a good position. It's hard for me. It's hard for me in general because I've worked on my posture for so long. Like I pretty much always have good posture. I'm not hanging out in a tuck. I'm not slouching. I don't ever sit on a couch, right? And now I never have low back pain or my sciatica that's been gone for years and years, right? So you want to sit up well, and you want to bring the same principles into active posture sitting as we do with standing. So those principles are: maintain the curve, the normal natural curve of your lumbar spine. Maintain the normal natural curve of your lumbar spine, which is a little bit of a lordosis. It means lengthening the spine up toward the sky and balancing that tilt of the pelvis with a gentle drawing in of the front ribs and opening and widening the back ribs just a little bit, just enough to counter so that you're not over exaggerating, right, that whole lumbar curve. You don't want to sit like this, right? And it's interesting, I see folks who are trying to correct their posture, they tend to do this, right? Well, not so much. A little bit, that's a little bit overdone. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to place your feet on the floor, hip distance apart-ish. You want to feel both sitting bones on the chair. You want to tilt that pelvis a little bit. Those inner groins move back. Get a lumbar curve first thing. Balance it. And remember, it's going to feel overdone in the beginning until your body's used to it. Draw the lower ribs in just a little bit so that your back ribs can kind of open and rise up to the crown of the head. And then the crown of the head is rising up toward the sky. And then soften everything a little bit. Can you then, once you get into it, can you then relax a little bit there? Now I sit for hours like this without a problem. And I can sit for meditation for long periods of time without a problem, without pain in my back, without pain in my neck, without my shoulders, without feeling like I need to get out of it, because I've been working on it for a while. So in the beginning, it's going to feel tiring, but I promise you that over time, this posture is going to be healing for your body, and you'll never ever want to sit in bad posture again. I never want to sit in bad posture. I try sometimes to sit on a couch. It doesn't work. After just a couple minutes, I'm like, God, it feels terrible. It just feels terrible in my whole body, right? So sitting bones grounded toward the front of the chair, rolling toward the front of the sitting bones to establish that lumbar curve. Low ribs draw in just a little bit, just to make sure that you're not kind of thrusting too far forward, right? You want to still stay anchored on your sitting bones. Lower ribs draw in, back ribs rise up, crown of the head rises up to the sky. And then relax everything just a little bit so that it feels a little slightly less effortful. And this is active posture in a chair. And this is the posture that you want to be sitting in most of the time, pretty much any time that you're sitting. Notice I did not say cross one leg over the other. Notice I said feet about hip distance apart, and I didn't say put your knees together, right? Notice this is the position toward the front of the chair and sitting up well and tall and using the strength of your body to lengthen your spine and lift yourself up, healing your back, keeping yourself from damaging your back and your spine any further, pulling some of that dysfunction out of your body with your posture so that you can feel good, so you feel good in your life and do the things you want to do.